Hi, and welcome back if you're returning here, and you're more than welcome if you're new and have just come across the channel. My name's Heather. This is Willy Sheep, and it's a channel mostly all about cross stitch. More or less what I've been stitching in the week or two, and if I've any haul. Also, I have a shop as well, willysheep.co.uk, and it is all cross stitch related. So if I've any updates for it, which I have today, and I'll show you anything that is new in. Keep everybody up to date. So, I wasn't here last week I was away on a wee few days away. We went to Cove down in County Cork, and it was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. You have to excuse my voice. I have had the cold for a week and a half at least going on now, and I just can't seem to shake it at all. I have a cup of tea, excuse me, but we're going to power on through. We're going to power on. Yes, we were down in Cove last weekend for a few days, and it was gorgeous. The apartment we got was brilliant. As I said to my husband, if I could live there, I would, no problem. Just give me that apartment, I would have been fine. But no, we had to come home into reality. So that was that on Wednesday. Just back to reality. But with being away and with not feeling that great, I didn't get that much stitched. I did take a project with me, but I ended up stitching on it, stitched it wrong, and then that was one night. The next night I went to it, realised, and had to rip it all out. So I didn't actually get very much done while I was away. But I am starting a new routine. I'll speak about it after, but it's gonna hopefully get me going through my whips a bit quicker. I'll not get them finished any quicker, but they'll all get worked on quicker than the way I'm working on them at the minute. But I'll hopefully talk about that later on in the video. So I have my whips, what I've been working on. I actually have a fully finished object, an FFO. Excuse me while I take a wee drink. And I hope not to spill this everywhere like I just did before I started filming. So we have an FFO. I have a couple of things in haul, not that much, 2 things, and then I have an update on the shop. I have a lot of new patterns in. I've already sold a few of them, so there's one, I only actually got one copy of it, and it's ready away. So it was the monthly minis from Primrose Cottage. It was gorgeous, and it's actually something I maybe order for myself in the future. But no, that's the updates. So I have everything sitting, so hopefully I don't forget anything. And I want to tell you about my schedule of how it makes it sound very formal, but how I'm setting out and working on my projects. So anyway, I'll start with what I've been working on this past few weeks. So what I took with me was the Magic Beans Cafe. This is out of just Cross Stitch Halloween 2024. So it's out of that, and if we do that, and that is the picture there. So it's a cute little one. Don't think there's anything there that would sort of think, oh, should I said, but no. It is done on 14 count, and this is Pomegranate by Lakeside Needle Art, I think, and it's using the call for DMC. You yeah, I said pomegranate. So this is how far I have got with it. So there's actually not that much left to do. I have a little bit of the cauldron. I would have had the cauldron done if I hadn't made that mistake, but I made the mistake, so I did, so it had to be ripped out. So what's left to do, set that on that there, might be easier. So what's left to do is the writing here and then the border all around. So there's actually not that much left to do at all. So that is that one. And as I said, if I hadn't had to rip that out, that cauldron would have been done. But I've actually only one colour left to do in it. And then it'll be on to the writing. But I'm really, really enjoying that one. It was actually one where I'd said before in one of my other videos, I bought the fabric. I usually stitch 18 count sweet spot. Full coverage I do on my 20, sort of try now to do on 20. But I just ordered this thinking it was 18 count. Don't know why I didn't look. Don't know. And it wasn't, it was 14. Because I was going to do it as a pillow the way it is shown in the picture. But whenever I got it, I loved actually working on the 14 count. And I just thought, yeah, I love it. I'm just going to stick with it. So it's opened my eyes to sort of just, you don't have to stick to your 18 and 20, 16, 14, whatever suits. So no, I'm glad that that's one's worked out the way it has. If I'm rambling on, it's quite possibly the cold as well, because half the time I don't know what I'm talking about at the minute. But, so, Magic Beans Cafe. I'll say the design is by Elizabeth Spurlock of Saving Grace's Fine Needle Arts. So that's the full, although it is in cross stitch Halloween 2024, or just cross stitch Halloween 2024. Right, I think I've told you everything on that now. So we can move on to the next one. So this one is just literally sitting, I took it off the stand, it and the next one. So we have this one, and this is Winter Village. It's either Winter Village or Winter City, I can never remember. It is by Carla Gerard, and it is through Stitches So Beautiful. Now this one I worked on quite a bit before I went on holidays. This probably got nearly a week's worth of work. So I did get quite a bit done, sort of down around here. This is worked on 20 count, just white Ada. So I got white Ada, and using the DMC, or it's a DMC colours, just using them. I'm just sticking with what's been given. So there's that. Just noticing the really green ones there, I was wondering. So that's how far I've got with that one. I am just past 5%. I think, I can't actually remember the exact. I'm just past sort of the 5% mark, coming up on probably 6. And I can't mind the stitches. I was trying to keep track of it all, but I haven't looked it up recently. So as I say, this got quite a bit of work over the past, well, the week previous to this. So we got that all done. I'm sort of trying a new way, because I was finding this one quite hard to stitch in the back whenever you're finished your threads and starting and stuff, and was having to turn it over. And I'd asked, and some people had given me different options, and I watched videos and stuff, and they were very, very good. So doing it, I don't know if this is exactly the way that she told me to do it. This is how I'm doing it, and it's working for me. Trying this way. So it was Sharon from Might As Well Stitch on Instagram. It's might underscore as underscore well underscore stitch. Told me to try, well, she told me, and this is the way I've picked up to do it. It's maybe not, but it's working, so I'm more than happy and thankful that she gave me this idea. I've been trying it on other ones and I'm happy. You just, well, what I do is I start by just going through the front, coming up, and then as you stitch, you're going to stitch over the thread and then just snip it off at some point. So as I say, it's working for me, so thank you very much, Sharon, for that. I was more than grateful because I was fed up doing this and other projects, bigger ones, and it just wasn't working. I was ready to lose my mind with it, so that's worked out well. I must try and keep better that I can give you actual figures for the stitch count. I can't even remember the overall stitch count in this one. I want to say 130 something thousand stitches, but for some reason that doesn't seem enough, so I don't know. Next video I'm gonna go and then I'm going to explain, as I said before, what way my routine is, so I'll be able to keep track of things better. So no, that's that one. It has got a good bit. I've got a good bit further on and I'm more than happy. And I actually see other ones working on them. There's I'm not sure what Facebook group it is, but I've actually seen a couple of people working on that, and they have gone down the siding into the houses and stuff. I'm like, getting down maybe the siding into different colours and houses, that's maybe the way to go. Keep it a wee bit more interesting. So that is that one. Now this one, you're going to have to excuse me, I haven't took it out of the hoop, I only put it in the hoop last night. And I have a thread and everything. So this is Witch Training Academy by Kathy Barrick. So there's not that much more done on it, for I only started it last night. I have this bit all filled in, and I'm sort of working on this outer bit. So I'll get working on that tonight. He's a big boy. I was actually commenting, or Sharon had commented on my Instagram post of this one, and as it says, once you're stitching that moon, he is a big boy. He really is a big boy. When you don't realise how many stitches is in him, but he is glorious. So I've been working on him. If I have, I'll be popping up the picture there. I'll already have been popped up, but there's a little witch down here. Her skirt's amazing. I absolutely love her skirt. But there's a witch here, and I would like to at least get her started before I move on. So that is today's project, is to get this done, or get a bit more done on this. So that is everything. I actually didn't tell you, this is 16 count Ada. I'm not sure, this was a hand-dyed Ada that I got with, was it the Nimble Thimble that I get the pattern through, and I got the fabric with it as well at the time, but I cannot remember the name of the fabric. I maybe have said it in past videos, but I can't remember now offhand. But as I say, that's that one. And that is everything I have stitched on over the past couple of weeks. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you just about how I'm setting out a new routine for myself for my stitching. Previously, I just lifted what I wanted to stitch. I would have stitched on something, I could have stitched on something a week, I could have stitched on something 2 days, and then moved on to the next. But it's not, although there is some of my projects and I could stitch on them forever, I don't want to burn myself out on them either. And also I have a lot of whips. I have a lot of stuff that I want to start, but if I do keep going the way I'm going and just picking things up as and when the notion takes me, I'm not going to get through stuff very quick. And I'm finding that I don't finish things half as quick as a lot of people that you watch. Not that bothers me, don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here going, oh, such and such has finished 20 things this year and I've only finished 2 so far. That doesn't bother me at all. It's for myself that it lets me, that I'm not being overwhelmed with stuff as well. I have it all sitting in a wee box and I just don't want to have, keep that, it's overflowing, and then I'm going, oh, that there was, oh, I haven't stitched in that for a year, oh, I haven't done, I just want to be able to stitching things, put a few stitches into everything in a sort of a quicker time than ending up forgetting that I have stuff. I'm sorry if I'm saying this again, but I'm sorry if I'm rambling. I'm just sort of, I know what I'm trying to say, is getting it out. But recently I come across Nicola, and she goes under Simply a Stitcher. So some of you probably know Nicola, are well aware of her work. She does a lot of full coverage. What I've seen her do is all full coverage, so I'm not sure if she does maybe any other, but anything I've seen has been full coverage. But anyway, she has a routine in her stitching. Because full coverage, it's going to take a long time to do any of the projects that she has, and I can wholeheartedly agree with her with even just the one that I have, and I have others, just not started. But she has a routine, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to try it. If I even try it for a month, 6 weeks, it's not that what, it's not even at the end of the summer holidays, so it's not even as started July or August, sort of 6 weeks away. So if I give it to them and see how it works, I'll either carry on or I'll change it up a bit. But anyway, Nicola's schedule or Nicola's routine is working 2 days on a project and then changing. So Monday, Tuesday you work on a project, Wednesday, Thursday you work on a project, and Friday, Saturday you work on a project. And this maybe isn't 100%, but this is the way I'm interpreting it, and this is the way that I'm going forward for these next sort of 4 to 6 weeks. So Monday, Tuesday, 1, Wednesday, Thursday, 2, Friday, Saturday, 3. And then on Sunday, you work on like a focus piece. So something that you are looking to get a good number of stitches in. You're just looking to, just something you want to just work on for that one day. It doesn't have to be, it can be a completely different piece. I think as far as I know, she maybe does the focus piece for the month. So every Sunday for that month, you work on that piece. So at the minute, mine is going to be Christmas or Winter City. So tomorrow, this is Saturday, I'm filming this. So tomorrow I'll work on that. And then next Sunday I'll work on it too. And then we're into July and I'll pick something else to work on it on a Sunday. So that is how I'm going to do it going forward. Also, the reasoning for doing that is it lets me, I have more to show you. At the minute, there's times, and to be honest, there could be maybe one piece. I could be sitting here going, oh my glory, I've really only stitched on one thing since the last time I've updated you. So I decided this way, I'll have at the very least, if I keep to each day, I'll have 6 things to show. Like that's a good bit to show. So It also means I'll hopefully get stitches on stuff that I haven't worked on a long time and get through it. So what I've done is on my phone, just my notes app, I have just went through all my whips, have listed them in a random order, just listed them, and as Monday, Tuesday, I worked on that. No, sorry, I tell you a lie. Can't remember. Monday, Tuesday, I think I worked on that. Wednesday, Thursday, I wasn't in great form with the cold, so I did maybe work on that. But then last night, I changed it up. I've started that. So this is tonight. Last night and tonight. And then tomorrow I'll work on the Christmas village again. Next one up is my Bothy Threads Autumn House, I think it's called. So it'll be Monday, Tuesday. I hope that made sense of some sort, but as I say, it'll let me show you more, it'll let me stitch on more, and it'll hopefully let me get more finished slightly quicker than just randomly picking stuff out of my basket. So we will see how that goes, but that all has come from Nicola of Simply a Stitcher. Please check her out. She is brilliant. She does she has a Flosstube every week, I think. She then has Stitch with Me's. She does 2 lives a week on YouTube. Wednesday night and Sunday night, if I remember right. I think there's actually maybe a couple of Stitch with Me's during the week, and then our Flosstube. So I think that's right, 5 videos a week or so. And our Stitch with Me's are great because they're just normal household going ons, and you just pop it on and away you go, stitch away with her. So no, just check her out. But that is how I'm going forward. That's what I'm planning on doing. We'll see. But that, as I say, hopefully makes sense, and that's that going forward. Next up is my fully finished object. Okay, so fully finished object. This is Sip Sip Hooray. I've showed it in past videos not that long ago, and I have got it completely finished. Now, this is no expert finish, but I am more than happy with it, to be honest. And there we go. So I just used tutorials online to finish it. There is backing board behind this with a wee bit of wadding on it, and then I laced it. And then more backing board and that, and then just the gingham. I got it in the yellow and the pink, the gingham, just to see. And actually, you wouldn't believe the difference when I put the pink, how much it dulled the whole thing down. So that's why we went for the yellow, and then a bit of yellow rickrack as well. Just popped around the edge. So, as I say, I am more than happy with how that turned out, because it's me finishing it. So as I say, it's no expert finisher. I wouldn't want, anybody that does that for a job to look at it, but it's going to do me. I'm more than happy. So that is it. Fully finished. There we go. Haul. I've only a couple of bits of haul. As I say, I haven't went mad or anything. The first, I'm not actually sure, this isn't the greatest of pictures because it's in black and white. my printer, that's all it does. It is the Witchy Stitcher, and it's the difference between medicine and poison. So that's it there. I know that's not great. If I can get a wee picture, I'll pop it up, but well, there's, well, that's it there. Helen D, I think, is doing this one at the minute. A bit of a sal with ones. So I was actually seeing her doing it, then I was like, yep, I have to jump on that bandwagon. I've also pre-ordered the Witchy Stitcher's book, new book that's coming out. I think it's out the start of August. As far as I can remember, I just ordered it off Amazon. If you go to her website, well, when I went onto it, there was like a page automatically loads when you go onto it, and then it takes you to wherever you want to buy it from. So as I say, I got it off Amazon. So that's coming. So that was the first purchase. The next purchase was a full coverage from Heaven and Earth Designs. I have been looking at this one for quite some time. It's been on my wish list. So I just eventually, she had a sale on last weekend, I think, so I just went and I bought it. I'm hoping that you see that and there's not too much glare off the phone. So that is it. I'm sorry you're hearing Toto. And it is, I don't, Dryad sketch? Dryad sketch? I want to say she looks druid, but dryad? Not sure. So she is 550 by 750 stitches and has 87 colours in her. It's just, I know I couldn't actually, I actually said to my husband, because I was like, can you, there is 87 colours in that? Now I did actually look when I was loading it into Pattern Keeper, and there is like the first stitch up on the top left corner. The first stitch is the one and only stitch in that colour in the whole chart. So I don't know, we'll see. Could be 86 colours, not 87, but anyway. I have had my eye on her for quite a while. I had to get her, so I got her. Mind you, you go onto that Heaven and Earth and it is a highly dangerous website to be on. I have now one, two, three, four. I have at least 4 full, these size full coverage on my Pattern Keeper. I don't know when I'm ever going to get them done, but I'll get them done sometime. Right, I'm going to feed the cats because he's meowing and meowing, and the dogs as well, because they'll only take off when they know the cats are getting fed. And then I'll come back and I will do a shop update for you. Okay, shop update. Haven't had one in a wee while. We have had, or I've had quite a bit of stuff in lately. I think I mentioned the last ones, the frames, and, or maybe, can't remember when they come in. There's the frames, there's needle threaders, there's a lot of wee accessory bits come in, but we had a big order of patterns come in. So these are exciting. Now there's quite a lot. I'm not going to go through, I don't think I'm going to go through them all. I'll probably end up, maybe I will, but I could go through them all quickly, put it like that. There's some new ones, there's some old ones, and there's a few Blackbird design reprints as well, which is quite exciting. So I haven't these took out of packaging, so I'm sorry if there might be a wee bit of glare, because I don't want to start taking things in and out I'll end up messing them up somehow. But start off Scarlet House Wallflowers. We have that. We do a wee bit quicker. Pansy Patch Quilts, a Stitcher's Tools. That. There is a couple from Crafty Blue Bonnet Designs. Christmas Village Church. It says, "Oh, come let us adore him, Christ the Lord," which I thought was beautiful. I'm hoping you're seeing that because it is on sort of darkish fabric. But so we have a few of those. We have Twin House Welcome. So we have them as well. I actually had, there's one with One House Welcome, but it didn't come. So we have the Twin House, Lindy Stitches, Bury Me With Thy Needle. I think we've all seen this one or know of it. I also got this because, again, Sharon was a bit of an enabler, so I did buy this as well. Was Staying Warm, which I thought was super cute, especially as Toto is a tuxedo cat as well. These are from Sampler House Stitchworks. I'll get it out. It is Fragments in Time. To be honest, I cannot remember. I want to say there's 12 of these. And we have number 1 of 2. So it's Fragments in Time, and it's the Halloween edition. Sorry, it's Halloween edition. So we have number 1, which is that. And we have number 2, which is that. So very nice. Eventually, and I do say eventually, I got Ladybug's Picnic in. No matter how many times I have tried to get that, I can't get it, so it has arrived. Plum Street Samplers, Tomato Hill. Got that one. Fabulous House Series was a special edition. It's number 13 in the whole, I think it is. Could be lying, but I think it's number 13. So it's Tudor Style House. So we have that. This one I got more for myself nearly than anything, but it's Plum Street Samplers, and it is Beans Coffee. Got that one. Now these are all Primrose Cottage. I'm gonna go through these ones quickly because there is actually so many. Well, there's a good few. Some of these have already gone, so as I say, if you do see anything, you can message me on Instagram and we can get it all sorted there, or if hopefully tomorrow and the start of the week I'll get these up into the shop. So, but as I say, message me and I can sort you out that way as well. So we have Halloween Quilt, we have Halloween Quaker, there is Cocoa Quilt, and there is Autumn Alphabet. Those ones are cute. Then we have Leaves of Autumn. Autumn on the Farm. That one is a personal favourite of mine, the Big Red Barn. Salem Sisters Stitchery. And we have Christmas Magic. So that is Primrose. Now, these are the Blackbird designs. If I remember right, I think these are all reprints. From what I remember, I'm trying to see, I don't, yeah, there's one there, it's not in order. Okay, so we have Basket of Cherries. Which is part of the Garden Club series. We have climbing the trellis. All in a row. And the gardener. And she's part of the garden club series as well. She's number 9. Then we have Winds of Autumn project, the booklet, which I have been after myself for some time. So we have it. And last but not least, we have Frosty's Night Out. So it is beautiful. I like that one myself. So that is everything that is coming to the shop. Hopefully tomorrow and the start of the week we will, well, I will get those up for you. But as I say, if there's anything there you see, just message me over on Instagram and we can get it sent out to you, no problem. But that is everything for this week. Next couple of weeks, as I say, I have my list now, so I'll be working through it every 2 days. I'll keep this up, see how it goes, how I get on. If it works out that 2 days is maybe I'm finding it not enough, we could go to 3, so that would leave 4 every 2 weeks, but we'll see. As I say, I think the next on the list, so Monday night, will be the Bothy threads. I have it started, but I'm going to restart it because as far as I remember, it's on 14 count Ada and I didn't like it. I just didn't like it. I have a lot of 16 count that I bought for full coverage, so I'm going to tick off it. I've just been whacking bits off it to do other things, so it'll probably be on a 16 count now. We'll see how that goes. After that, I don't know. I can't remember what's on my list after that. So no, that is everything as far as I can remember. Let me know what you're stitching on. And let me know if you have any routines as well, because it's always nice to get ideas and sort of getting help where we can to try and get through all our whips before we're 173. So that's everything. I will see you hopefully next week, and I hope you all have a great stitchy week ahead. Have a great time. See you later. Bye.